Okay, so we are now headed back to Long Island from the city. Had a great time last night with my boy's birthday, Pete. Known him early in the acting pursuit game, going back more than a decade now. Started off in like TVI Studios. It was a good time. I stayed at the Virgin Hotel. If you're not familiar, I've been chasing platinum medallion status with Delta. When I land back in California, I'll arrive. Some of the other things you can do is that you can book a hotel with Delta Vacation, and that'll give you 1 for 1 versus if you don't check certain things you book, you won't get 1 for 1. You'll get like 8 for 1 or 10 for 1, whatever. I have a Delta Reserve card. Highly recommend that card, especially if you're someone who's a traveler. If you're not a traveler, I do not recommend that card because it's like a $550 fee every year. So let me be very clear. If you are a traveler, I recommend the Delta Reserve card, especially if you travel with Delta. You get a lot of perks. So you get bonus, you get enhancement, and those are things that I value. And yeah, so as I said, stayed at the Virgin Hotels, nice hotel, nice room. Normally I stay at the Standard, but when in New York, all the hotels are small, so I'm not gonna spend a grip of money on a hotel that is super small. So the Virgin I kind of really enjoyed. I only spent 1 day, so I did go up to the rooftop on, I forgot what floor it was, but there's a 39th floor. I didn't make it there, but I'll do some inserts to show you what that looks like. The rooms are pretty solid, everything I need. You know, lotion, shampoo, good size, had a bit of a suite. I enjoyed my stay. After that, we went to Rocco Steakhouse. Shout out to Rocco Steakhouse, some really good food. Really enjoyed my time there. His boys came out, his family came out, so it was a good little look. From Rocco Steakhouse, we went to Seville. Seville was like, you know, after hour spot, which not after hour spot, but a late night, nice little crowd, nice little ambiance. I really appreciate that. Then we went to after hour spot. Good times, good to be back in New York. You know, now it's time to get back out to the island, check on my mom, make sure she got everything she needs. With that said, I'm always testing out my setup. I'm going to be traveling a lot in 2026. So right now, I'm giving you a rundown. We are shooting on the Canon C50 open gate. I have the 15 to 35 lens on right now. I had the 24 to 70 on, but I didn't know when I was playing around yesterday, I left teleconverter on. So that's why right now I'm at 24 millimeter focal length. So if I had the 24 to 70, it'd be more than enough because I think this is a wide enough shot. We got a nice little shot of depth of field in the background. I like the ambiance. I think I'm wide enough. I'm in frame. This is open gate, but we can crop in and do what we need to do. So I appreciate that. I'm at the secondary ISO. This is a dual base ISO camera, which is, we have 800, we have 6400. I'm at 6400 because I have the Peter McKinnon 2 to 5 stop variable ND on, so it just makes it a lot easier to be at the secondary and just open up or close down. So like right now, if I wanted to, you know, open up, I want to close down. So this is me opening up. This is me at 5. So I appreciate that. It's been holding me down. I love that access to be able to do that. I also have the DJI Mic 3 on. I have a lanyard. Everything in this video I'm using, I'll link in the description box below, but I have a lanyard which is magnetic, so I'm able to clip the mic to it. So if this audio from the Sennheiser MKE 400 is not optimal because I'm on a train, and this is the reason why I want to test all this out, I have the backup mic coming from the DJI Mic 3, which is 32-bit float audio, which I appreciate. So this is my setup overall, and I am sticking with it. Let me show you how we are vlogging today. Let me grab my iPhone right now. Let's do this. We could do an insert video. So this is the setup. As you can see, holding that down. Boom, boom. 25-liter Peter McKinnon bag. My AW. We got a travel suitcase. So that is the setup. I want to get it down a little bit smaller than that. We're going to see so far on this trip some of the things I brought on this trip. I'm here for about 5 days in New York. I have my DJI Mavic 3 drone. I got some good shots of that. Of course, I have my M2 Max chip 14-inch MacBook, which is more than enough because I got my iPad Pro that can double as dual monitor using sidecar. Comment down below if you want me to do a tutorial on that. I'll probably do a tutorial. I just kind of want to take some time to vlog with this camera because this is going to be my setup going forward. I'm always going to have a 15 to 35 in the back just because it's a great wide angle lens. It's IS. That is one of the things I have to think about having with the Canon C50, because I might upgrade my R6 Mark II, which I do have in the camera bag on me with this trip, even though I haven't been using it because I've been wanting to put as much work in with the C50, just because it's an amazing camera. You know, with that being said, we don't have IBIS built into the camera, so I was already in pursuit of getting all of the VCM lenses, but that's something to kind of consider. If I'm going, you know, lock off on a tripod, then it's not a problem, and I like that. I like those shots, or on a slider or on a gimbal, and I have the DJI RS3 Pro gimbal with me, but at the end of the day, that's not something that ideally I want to always have with me, because it does take up some extra backspace, and I'm trying to get my gear down as light as possible when I can just have something like Osmo Pocket with me to get some nice little tracking shots. Yes, there's going to be a difference in the image quality versus having something like my C50 on a gimbal, you know, because this is a full frame camera that does 7K. But sometimes it's about storytelling, right? So what are we sacrificing? You know, being able to fit more stuff on the camera bag, and try it a little bit more lighter and sleeker, and just make do what we do. That's the reason why I highly recommend the Osmo Pocket still to this day. But if you're looking for the best image possible, then of course, you know. But we don't always know what elements we're going to be walking into. Like if I'm doing a partnership or a collaboration with a hotel, then yes, I'm going to bring all my top line gear because that is a priority. But if I'm not doing a collaboration and you know, I'm just kind of going to see what I can get, make a vlog of it, then I want to travel as light as possible so I can experience the vacation. So it's to each his own, you know, because in some cases you might want a relationship with a certain hotel brand. If you don't get those relationships, I know a couple of times with like the Ritz, I went to Aruba a few times and really enjoyed the Aruba, but they wasn't necessarily trying to, you know, do a partnership. And that's how it is sometimes, depending on your follower count, what you bring to the table. But remember, if you're a content creator, you can always leverage content. So sometimes you might have to invest in yourself by taking a trip, paying for a trip, and then also while you book your hotel, hey, reach out, customer service. Listen, I'm going to be staying at the hotel. I've already booked the trip. I'm a content creator. I'm coming with professional gear. If y'all want to do an upgrade, I will document, capture that moment. Or even if they don't do an upgrade, you could talk to customer service. Hey, would you mind me capturing one of the suites, you know, with some of my gear? You're not using it, so you're not taking up any of the time. Like, you have a suite, can I get in here, check out the rooms, just so I can kind of create a video around that. And that might be something that they can look at and look at your work, and that becomes your leverage now without having a lot of followers or a massive, you know, follower account from multiple social media platforms. Remember, leverage is leverage. All depends on how you look at it. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. I really went on for a little bit of a tangent because we were testing out this setup. I can tell you two things to pick up. Yeah, it's a little heavy, but this is a tabletop tripod. So if I was on vacation, I'd probably put it on the table by now. I'm on a train. I think the balance is pretty good. Comment down below if you thought it was pretty good. But we're gonna wrap up right there. And remember this: no such thing as a perfect camera, a perfect setup. It is what is perfect for you and for your content when you're out on your journey right now. As I always say, you know, until you know, get to where you need to get to financially or wherever you at creatively, you know, just focus on the gear that you have. Master that, master the art of storytelling and being creative. And I think ultimately that's going to pay huge dividends no matter where you go with whatever you do. So we're going to wrap up right there. Like I always say, stay creative, be courageous, and get on your grind.